Hello and welcome. In the Affinity Photo Facebook group, Michael Riggs asked if there was a tutorial for rotating the image inside a lens ball. There are a few comments here, but probably one of the more important ones here is by Stuart Pearson, where he says that he has made a video for the iPad version of Affinity Photo, and it is posted in the Affinity Photo Tutorials Facebook group, and it is obviously now posted inside this Facebook group as well. So I thought I would do a computer PC version of this, but it would work the same in the Mac version, and just see how much different it is to the iPad version. I don't have an iPad, so I have no idea exactly how that works and what it is doing. There is also, and I want to point this out, it's a tutorial by Olivio Sarikas, but this is to make a fake image where the reflection in the lens ball, which is all made up by Olivio, is the right way round. But if you haven't got a lens ball, you could try this, and I'm guessing you could put the image inside the fake lens ball, either the right way up, which would be upside down, or the wrong way up, which is how it looks here. So I will add a link to this in case you want to give this a go. Now this is an image I got from Pixabay.com. I will add a link to this also in the description for this video. So this is how a lens ball would work. It would reflect the background upside down. But the whole point of this tutorial is to flip that image so it's the right way up. Now obviously there are some sort of limitations with what you can do with these sort of images, because there's a lot of them you have somebody holding them, so you can have people's fingers and hand in the way, and that may cause you some major problems. Another problem you may have is the direction of the sunlight, where it's coming in, because your reflection, once this has been reversed, you may have like all the sunlight on this side and the shadows going that way, and the background is going to have the sunlight and the shadows going in the opposite direction, so it may not work. So I'm using this image because the background is so greatly blurred that it doesn't necessarily affect it so much. So this is the image I've picked to use. So I'm just going to reset a few things and then I will be back. Right, I've had a reset, and so now I'm going to start the tutorial. So you have your lens ball image. So first of all we need to select this. So I'm going to do this by the selection brush tool. I'm going to have it set to add, and I've got snap to edges ticked as well. Let me make this brush a bit bigger. So as you can see, you are going to select areas outside, or areas are going to be missing because they come fairly close to the edge, but you can do a rough selection at the moment. I'll reduce the brush down to try and get that bit there. And I know this is a very rough selection at the moment. And then we come to subtract, and I'll try and lose a lot of that area. Right, so that is pretty much a very rough selection at the moment. Now the purist amongst this will probably use the freehand selection tool, which is in this menu here. Now I'm going to use it now at this point to do a little bit of fine tuning. So I'm going to use the polygonal selection, which is the middle one of these three here, and I'm also going to have it on add, and then I'm going to zoom in. Let me just move that a bit and just get some of the areas that I need to tidy up. So I'm going to do a click there. Now obviously with this tool it is long winded, especially watching in a tutorial, but you do need to take your time. Let me just, and then when you've got a certain selection there, come back to the beginning and you have a better selection. Let me just try this bit down here. Right, so like I said, this is going to be long-winded. So what I will do is, once I've done this bit, I'll try and find a bit where I need to subtract. In fact, I think out of the corner of my eye I can see one. Well, there's a little bit there I need to subtract, but there's a bigger bit over here. So I want to subtract this from the selection, so I'm going to change from add to subtract. This time I'm going to start from the outside, and again come around the edge of the ball, there, and then come back to that and then subtract that. So I'm not going to make you sit here and watch me do all of this, so I'm going to go all the way around the edge and find out bits I need to subtract and things I need to add, and I'll be back once I've done that. Okay, I've been round this lens ball and I've used the freehand selection tool in either add or subtract mode just to sort of cherry pick the little areas that needed to be selected or unselected. Now I fully admit it's not a perfect selection. There might still be some little bits here, but you know, just for saving time I've got as best as I can. So let me just zoom out now. So there we have the ball selected. So I'm now going to come up to refine, and if you've done a really good selection you may not need to refine this, but mine's a little bit wayward, so I would either do 0.5 or 1 and feather it just that bit. And then all I need to do now is this bottom bit here, rather than output as a selection, I'm going to output as a new layer and then click apply. So there we have your image here on a brand new layer, and as you can see it's automatically turned off the background, but that is the background. Leave that turned off because you can at this point see some, maybe like this bit down here, for some reason it selected that little bit there. So I will just get the eraser tool and just tidy that little bit up. I don't know whether there's any other minor wayward bits that have somehow been selected. You have to be a bit careful here because you're erasing rather than masking. Erasing is permanent, so, but it's close enough, I think. So let me zoom out again, come off that tool just in case. I don't want to erase something accidentally. So I'll bring back the background, and then I'll just come up to arrange and down to flip vertically, and basically that is it. I mean, if there are any areas that are a bit wayward still that you want to alter, I mean, especially if it's a little bit sticking out that you don't like, you could erase them or mask them off if you want to. But basically that is the quick and easy way of doing that. I've not been as precise as I probably should have been, but you get the general idea. So thank you for watching, and goodbye.